Hello, and welcome to your Diamond Mentor Moment. This is your keynote speaker on creativity, intercultural creativity, neurosomatic creativity, and prismatic leadership. Today, for our quick mentor moment, it is in July. We are talking about dreams. California Dreaming. If I would had that song queued, I'd be playing it right now. We are talking about the beauty of your dreams and really what it means. I am looking to do more research just about the brain, creativity, intercultural connections, the different experiences that we have that really help our neural pathways. Just do the things that they do if we have to unwire or just rewire new pathways to have new experiences, to have new responses to things. And what does that look like? And so I'm just really deep into it, just loving the books behind me. But if you saw my post recently, I just shared about a new neuroscientist. He's a neurosurgeon and neuroscientist, Dr. Raul Jandial, and he's at the City of Hope in Los Angeles, or near Los Angeles, one of the outskirts of Los Angeles in Duarte, Southern California. I passed that building plenty of times, not knowing that a great thinker, a great neuroscientist was in it. And so his focus is, of course, on the brain and cancer, but he also looks at dreams. And he is a great speaker. He's a great teacher. I love neuroscientists and high level scientists who are also great teachers, because sometimes you have a disconnect, right? Sometimes you have people who really know their craft, they really know their science, but they can't transfer the information over to the plumber next door. And so really when I find people like that, I just cling on because they're just easier to teach their information if they've already, he uses a lot of metaphors, he uses great examples, and he really knows how to get information from one person to another. And so I want to talk to you about your dreams. And first, I'm going to cue this up. And really, I didn't cue it at the right spot. So I'm going to play around with it and let's see what this looks like.
The rooms they're in
themselves.
All right. From the
All right. So here's him talking about dreams on the Chris Evans breakfast show.
Coming from the dreaming process, a hyper imaginative
dreams themselves, like I say, you've got the people's faces that you've recreated perfectly. You've designed their wardrobe, the rooms they're in, the worlds they're in, the cars they're driving. I mean, what is going on?
The bold statement there is that our creative abilities are really coming from the dreaming process. A hyper imaginative, what they call divergent thinking. Don't just go for the easy connection of the dots. Connect the dots that are farther away. These wider associations happen every night in our brain. So when you have that aha moment during the day, it's not because you're brilliant with your executive network trying to get from A to B. It's all that work that was done for you the night before.
Geez.
All right, so let's talk about that. He talked about divergent thinking in your associations, and so I was in my studio doing some of the filming for our online course that's coming out next month, and I'm so excited. And so I talk about the cognitive skills creativity actually sits on. A lot of people think creativity is only artistry, which we dispel that myth. The arts are a big part of it and an important part, but the creativity is found in all fields and in many different forms. But it also sits on things like imagination, reframing, unusual association, divergent thinking, metaphorical thinking, things like that. And so he talked about divergent thinking and your brain's ability to make connections across areas that are not normally connected, right? And to see associations that other people may not be seeing. We did some studies, and I talk about in the book about high level associations and low level associations. And so people who are able to really make those fun associations, such as if I say the word panda, some associations may come up like China or bamboo. Those are low level associations. Those are easy. But if you said things like Kung Fu Panda or Disney, just associations that aren't automatically apparent to people. Those are the really creative associations. And so he said dreaming, kind of helps you with that. And he also talked about, or actually he didn't talk about, but I want to talk about just the different types of waves. when you are like hyper focused on something, your brain, and yes, you know, I travel with the brain. It's really fun getting on the plane with this. People look at you in interesting ways. When you travel with, not travel, when you have your brain, because you should have one of these, your brain operates at different just levels of waves. When you're hyper focused, your brain is in gamma waves. At least that's what the research is saying. And when you are just alert, you know, and engaged, you have your brain is showing beta waves. Now you have delta and theta waves, and they said theta and delta are both apparent when sleeps. One is more when you're deep sleeping, but theta waves, if you've ever felt yourself kind of coming out of sleep, you're not fully alert, you're not fully engaged, but you're not asleep. You're still kind of cognitively aware. That for me is one of my best creative times, right? I'm about to fall asleep or I'm about to wake up. And so, as far as your diamond mentor tip today in dreams, I want you to understand that that time is your sacred creative time. When, if you have an alarm clock or your phone or whatever wakes you up, or if hopefully you wake up naturally, that's the best way. But don't get out of bed right away. Try to lay there 3, 5 minutes if you can. I know everyone has different situations going on, but you will see your brain just go over just different information and make different connections and think about things. You know, I built an entire business on my brain just making connections. That's really what intercultural creativity is. I didn't invent intercultural competence. I didn't invent the word creativity. I just brought them together, right? Neurosomatic creativity. I'm looking for connections. But the beauty is your brain is doing that automatically when you allow for quiet reflection time. If you just lay down and get into a deep rest, maybe you're not in fully sleeping, but you're in a deep rest, that allows your brain to do this extra deeper associative work. And so just really take that to heart. That's my tip for the day. I don't want to give you too much information. Protect that right before you're going to sleep time and right before you wake up time. If you get ideas, maybe you have a pad next to your paper. Don't jump out of bed right when you wake up. Allow your brain to give you some creative juice. And so let's see if there's anything that he has to add.
Do you think creative people dream more than non-creative people?
By report, we don't have a scientific measurement for that, but when you ask for questionnaires, absolutely, they have more nightmares as well.
Maybe because they don't sleep as much, perhaps.
Yeah, or they're just imaginative during the day and imaginative during the night, and they kind of bleeds into each other.
Gym.
Yeah, mind gym.
All right. So there you have it, straight from the neuroscientist. That is Dr. Raul Jandial. He's a neurosurgeon out of City of Hope in Southern California. And he focuses on cancer in the brain, but also focuses on dream in the brain. He has wonderful books out and wonderful podcasts on YouTube. So I highly recommend his work. I hope you enjoyed this Diamond Mentor moment. Follow me. We have our online course coming out. We have wonderful trainings and keynotes. If you're looking for us to come in person to train, we have a whole team of trainers, and we just want to remind you to shine bright like a diamond and go and dream. Daydream as well. Dream in the day and dream at night. Bye-bye.